In the last days preceding the torrential downpour in the north of Pakistan, the weather warnings were modest. People could expect the annual monsoon system to deliver widespread and heavy rains for a week, but nobody predicted this. Cloudburst over the northern part of the country that produced the torrents of water that stormed down the Indus River, wreaking havoc all the way. Over the coming days and weeks, gushing and spreading as the floods moved down into the flatlands of the south, sweeping all before it. A flood that would devastate the country like no flood had ever done before. Both the national and international response was slow.
Even people like us did not know what was happening because we thought it was just a little area affected, and then gradually over a week you began to realize the number of people that were going to be affected. 20 million people.
Nobody knew we were going to go up to 17 million. No one. That was a gradually occurring phenomenon. You know, every week it was, no, it's not 2 million, it's 6 million. No, it's not 6 million, it's 8 million. And then the third week, no, it's not 8 million, it's 13, 14, 15, 17. So every week there was a growing sense of the scale.
For those not directly affected, it was images on TV that brought it home.
It's just the images of literally hundreds of miles of territory underwater, millions of people desperately seeking shelter. It was the enormity of the crisis, the magnitude. It hit home.
Tonight on Four Corners, after the deluge. It's 2 weeks ago and we're taking a US military chopper headed for the mountainous northwest part of Pakistan, back to where the devastation started. The chopper is carrying thousands of kilograms of flood relief for villages that are still cut off by the total collapse of infrastructure up in the north. 800,000 people in the country still have no access to relief other than by air.
The bridges in Upper and Lower Deer, which is a northwestern region up in the mountains, one of the more northern areas, there were 41 bridges in those two districts, every single one of them gone. There wasn't a single major bridge left in the Swat Valley that people would have heard of from the fighting last year that wasn't damaged.
We land in the fields at the edge of the township of Kalam, high in the Swat Valley. 18 months ago, the Swat Valley was Taliban territory before the military crackdown, and it remains a tense and dangerous conflict zone. Millions of villagers were displaced by the fighting, but had started to return to one of the prettiest places in the country. Kalam was hoping to become again a local tourist destination. There were shops and hotels all along this riverbank before the floods came.